Hey guys, welcome to JuhVon's Knife Flicks, and I want to take a couple minutes today to talk about my top 5 EDC knives. EDC knives, you say? EDC knife can mean different things to different people. The way I look at it as an EDC knife and the way I'm going to classify it in this video is a knife that I can carry easily in my pocket. I can carry it whether I go to work, whether I'm around the house, whether I'm doing work in the yard, if I go on a hike. It'll go in jeans, it'll go in khakis, it'll go in shorts, and it'll also cut the things that I need it to cut, whether that be boxes, whether that be paper, whether that be rope, whether that be light feather sticking. That's what we're gonna call our EDC knives. And these are gonna be John's top 5, so these are gonna be basically very subjective to what I like. So you guys might like different stuff. You might think all this stuff's great. You might think it's not great, but that's fine. We're supposed to have different opinions, but we all love knives, so hopefully you'll find this interesting. But number 1, I'll take a look at the Spyderco Manix. And I'll call this number 5 because I'm going to go by my favorites in ascending or descending order. The Spyderco Manix is a fantastic knife. It's been around, it's tried and true, uses the ball lock that Spyderco came out with. It has the leaf style blade, flat grind, very, very slicey. Has fantastic ergos, great jimping, great choil that allows you to really choke up on the knife. So from an everyday carry type of knife, I think the Spyderco Manix fits that bill. Just a side note, the standard Manix comes with some jimpy liners, which even give you better grip in gloves and in hard use conditions. But since I'm kind of an urban dweller, I went ahead and found the, let's see, what type of scales are these? Rock scale designs. They're linerless, so it takes away from those jimpy liners and just gives you a nice, smooth, thin, great in the pocket EDC. Number 5 is the Spyderco Manix. Number 4, going from that, you cannot talk about EDC knives without talking about the Bugout. So people love the Bugout, people hate the Bugout, people talk nice about the Bugout, they talk bad about the Bugout, but one thing I think we can all agree is the Bugout, A, is a canvas that will allow you to modify it in many different ways, kind of just get you the knife that you're looking for if the size and the overall functionality of the knife suits you. But for an EDC knife, it is very thin, it is very, very fidgety, easy to deploy, easy to close. It's a knife that, the way I look at it is, when I put it in my pocket, I literally forget it's there. I did upgrade this by adding some titanium scales to it. It gave it more of a rigid feel, but it didn't add to the weight. So from an everyday carry, slicey, get JuhVon through his day knife, I'll give the award for number 4 in my collection to the Benchmade Bugout. Looking down at number 3, again, these are EDC knives that are easy in pocket and easy to utilize during the day. That would be the wee Roxy III. The Roxy III is one of my favorite overall knives. I love the knife. I love to play with the knife. I fidget with it daily, but it's much more than a fidgeter, guys. This knife has fantastic ergos. It gives you full grip with a fantastic choil. It gives you a great Warncliffe blade with a fantastic cutting edge. It is very, very slicey, and just a knife that literally I carry several times a week. I love it. I love fidgeting with it. I love carrying it. I love cutting with it. And that is, it's hard to even call it number 3 because it's definitely in the top 3, but we'll call it number 3 for today. Getting down to number 2, and 2 and 1 were just brutal. And then I've got to do quick size comparison, but we'll call number 2 just because I might have a new favorite. The Liangma Field Duty. The Liangma Field Duty has absolutely zero faults in my mind, for my hand, for what I use the knife for. The Liangma Field Duty is all but perfect. It's got very neutral ergos. It's got a great blade with Elmax. It's got a fantastic deployment, springs to life, great finger choil. I got mine in G10 instead of the carbon fiber, frame lock, not quite drop shutty, but I mean pops out. It will cut literally anything from feather sticking to processing cardboard to cutting through sandwiches to carving a turkey, you name it. The Lingma Field Duty EDC is a winner, and probably for a long time my favorite knife, #1. Still a real tough battle for #1, but I love it. And while we've got the Field Duty out here, since all these knives fall in about the same size range with the 3-inch blade, let's get a quick size comparison like we do. And let's compare it to our Cold Steel 4 Max. See, it's going to be a good bit smaller than the Cold Steel. And then let's look at that with the wee baby banner. See, that knife falls right between the Cold Steel and the baby banner. And since we did not take a look at the Manix, let's get a look at it. And it's smaller than the 4 Max and a good bit bigger than the baby banner. Here's your Bugout for some size comparisons. Finally, before we go to #1, Roxy III. Baby banner's catching up to it, and it falls behind further on the Cold Steel. So again, the wee Roxy III, can't say enough. Excuse me, listen to me if I could learn to talk. Enough nice things about the wee Roxy III. It's a fantastic knife, Tide Knife and Tool Company. They're killing it. They continue to kill it. Love their stuff. #1 for Carrie, for just the love of knives right now, for everything that makes me happy about a knife, something that checks all the boxes, I would say is the Brian Brown Jaeger M. Fantastic carry. I did get the flipperless model with micarta. I love the blade shape. I love the hollow grind. I love the fact that it will cut literally anything, and it cuts like a dream. I love the action. I love the fidgetability. I love the way it feels in pocket. It's just a great knife, guys. I mean, again, Brian Brown M, Jaeger M, has a fantastic flick. And again, paper, cardboard, rope, wood, run from it because it does cut, and it cuts like crazy. Again, it's about the same size as those other knives. Take a look at it next to our Cold Steel. And next to our baby banner. So there you have it, kids. Those are my top 5 EDC knives, and hopefully my explanation and what I consider an EDC knife is okay with y'all. Let me know what y'all like to see on the channel. I'll come up with some budget carries that I think are absolutely fantastic. And until then, peace. Y'all look out for each other. Take care of the person to your left, person to your right. Love each other. Agree to disagree. Have just very, very animate conversations, disagreements. Try to understand each other's alternative viewpoints. But don't shut each other down. Don't take it to a personal level. Just learn about each other. The disagreement can be a great thing because it gives us perspective into other areas of our lives and other things that we might not be exposed to. So keep your ears open, keep your knives sharp, and I look forward to talking soon. Peace out, everybody. Later.